Now, let us take up the concept number 7, 3.7 identifiers. This is the second element in program tokens. Identifiers means you have to understand as user defined names for the elements whatever we use in our programs. Actually, in our C programs, we use different types of elements to build our program. They are already variables. Apart from variables, there are many other elements we are going to learn in forthcoming chapters. Variables, constants, functions, arrays, strings, pointers, structures, unions, files, etc. and all that. For all these user defined elements, we have to give names, user defined names. Just like that, we cannot give names. For giving names, certain rules are there. We should strictly follow all these rules. Number two is certain practices or certain conventions are there. We should give respect to the conventions. Then only we can develop good programs. Now, first let us focus on conventions. For defining identifiers, we can use uppercase, lowercase, uppercase A to Z character 26, lowercase a to Z character 26, digits 0 to 9 we can use, and only one symbol is allowed, and that is underscore, not dash. Okay, totally 26 plus 26, 52 plus 10, 62 plus 1, 63 characters we can use for defining identifiers, and by combination of this we can use any valid identifier for any type of element. And here a digit should not be the first character, that is one limitation. Digits we can use, no problem, but digit should not be a first character. Just I'll give you a simple example. Class 9 is no problem. Ninth class is not valid. That means digit should not be a first character. Always you remember that. And no symbol except underscore is a part of the identifier. Except except underscore, no symbol should be used. There are many symbols, around 30 symbols are there. We should not use any of the symbols except underscore. Dash also should not use. That means underscore is treated as a character for this purpose. Okay. Next, no blank spaces. Actually, in an identifier, blank space is not allowed. So, if a multi-word identifier is there also, you should not separate it with a blank space. And no keywords. Already in the previous concept I explained, you should not use either C keywords or C++ keywords also. One more thing I want to add, operating system commands also don't use. For the sake of precautionary measure, you don't use operating system commands also, like copy, paste, delete, etc. and all that. Don't use. As a precautionary thing, I am telling you, it is not mandatory, because all our programs are executed under the monitoring and control system of the operating system. Operating system adopts certain words. If you use those words as the identifiers and all that, operating system may be confused. That's why, as a precautionary thing, don't use operating system commands also. Next, ANSI C allows 31 characters length. Suppose length of the identifier. Actually, so far in our program, small sized variables we are using and all that. Not only variables, other elements also. But in real time environment, when you are developing projects and all that, Bigger names you have to use, obviously, because the name should be self-explanatory. Then in such case and all that, we must use bigger names. Suppose the profit percentage per square feet in the sixth floor of a multi-storied building, you have to define. Then in such case, how can you use a small name? If you give a small identifier, how it is self-explanatory? So in real-time environment, the names of the elements are very big. But ANSYS C allows maximum number of characters are 31 characters length. So any 31 is substantially big. So you need not bother about the length, and you can define complete self-explanatory names. Giving names is not a so easy thing. You think twice, thrice until you get satisfaction. Whatever name you give for the elements, they should be self-explanatory. Simply by reading that, the reader should understand what is the meaning of that, why that is used. That's why maximum 31 characters length you can use. And whenever two or more words, that is an element, an identifier name consists of requires more than one word, then using underscore is one type of way. Suppose average marks, average marks. In this manner, you can use by linking up two words or multiple words, average rate of return. Like that, multiple words are there. You connect, you link them up using underscore, but don't confuse with a dash and underscore. Dash is not allowed. So, but alternative convention is you can use camel case. Camel case means first word is started with a lower case, and second word onwards, first letter is capitalized. Camel case. For example, max value, pass percentage, average rate of return. Actually, the two styles are allowed. The two styles are allowed, but whatever style you like, that you follow. But throughout the program, such type of elements you follow such style only. Same type of elements, some elements in a program using underscore style, using some other elements, camel case style and all that is a bad practice. It reflects your immaturity or inconsistency and all that. That's why already I told you, your program talks about your maturity. That's why it documents your maturity and your proficiency. That's why if you follow all the conventions, all good programming practices and all that, you do not document your ignorance or your immaturity. That point always you remember that. And one case, and my suggestion is in Java and all the advanced programming languages, underscore is not used. Mainly for most elements they use camel case. So now itself, because we are going to study an integrated course of C, C++, core Java. That's why if you follow this thing and all that, it's good. It is comparatively, it is very simple to write. Comparatively with the two notations, this is a simple notation, what I feel. So as you like, you can follow, but consistency is very important. And finally, one very important point I have to tell you, that is using these languages are case sensitive languages. That's why can I use different cases and create different variables? That may be your doubt. Suppose yes, yes, yes. Suppose three students are there. So then can I give names like this? First student is, second student A capitalized, third student all characters capitalized. Can I use this practice? Technically this is valid. For 3 students ages you can use that, but it is not at all a good practice. it creates a lot of confusion because you cannot monitor it for which student, which case you have used. That's why what is the good practice? A is 1, A is 2, A is 3. This is the good practice. So don't purchase unnecessary problems out of your crazy code. Technically, many things are possible, but always uh, work subject to condition, all conventions and good practices. Then only you will be transformed as a good and proficient programmer.